All right, I'm just checking a lot of stuff, trying to start to go live again. I'm trying to start to go live again, but apparently for some reason, I wouldn't know what the problem is. I can't seem to get into the. I'm using a GoPro right there, and I cannot seem to get into the YouTube live studio where I can actually change, to see if I am also streaming to the short feed on YouTube, because this is something I would also have loved to do. Of course, I have some budget, laptops here. These are HP Elite desk. Just give me 1 minute to be sure exactly what the model number is. So I think they are the where's my phone? Uh, did I say HP Elite desk? Sorry, that's not an Elite desk. That's an Elite book. HP Elite book S360 1040 G8 touch 14 inches. These are beautiful, notebooks right here. See, one of the beautiful things is that this thing has, the 360 function, which means you can actually flip the screen up to 360 degrees, and you're not going to hear anything squeaking. And this is exactly how it flips. See, you can actually use it as a tablet. You can also use it as a laptop. This is one of the beautiful things about this device right here. And if it flips, the screen just changes depending on how you are holding it. And if you flip back, it's going to turn around like that. These are beautiful budget laptops that you can actually, go ahead to the hardware money shop today and pick one for yourself. Guys, I did do a review of this stuff, showing you why you need to actually go ahead and buy this in 2026. Because right now, of course, there are so many videos going out trying to explain to you what you need to buy. But if I were you, I would consider buying something like this because I won't really call them cheap. They are very affordable. I think that's a better word to use because if I call them cheap, it's going to presuppose that they are extremely, extremely cheap. They're not so cheap, but they are just, affordable. Beautiful thing is that it's touch screen. If I were to touch here right now, you can see that this is full touch screen. You do not need a pen. Of course, you could also, do that with a pen, but right here you have clean screen, clean monitors, full HD, beautiful touchscreen function that you will not have to struggle to actually get things, clicked around. And if you are saying to yourself, you want something that you can actually put in your bag, something that you can take along, doesn't matter where you are going, this is something that you can actually, go ahead and pick up the HP Elite desk. I keep saying HP Elite desk. I don't know because just some few minutes ago I did send out a HP Elite desk, a HP Elite Book X360 1040 G8 notebook 14 inches. This thing is beautiful. I'm holding it right now, so this is not a typical video where I will, just give you some talking point. I'm just talking generally that look, I'm holding this thing right now, and I can tell you that this thing is excellent. Clean, smooth, no major signs of use. Of course, they are new, they are used, but here and there you can see very, very, very light signs of use. But overall, they are in the best condition that you can ever, imagine. See, I love this thing because they are cute, something you can take around, take while traveling, take while going with the train. Doesn't matter where you are going, you will actually have, very good functionality, portable, with no need to struggle. If all you have is just your, backpack, your what we call rucksack, you know what I mean? You can actually just go ahead, throw this in, and you are not going to tell, you're not going to be able to tell that you are carrying, a heavy laptop because I've seen some very heavy laptops and it's kind of crazy how heavy they can be. This is not what you want to be struggling with in this day and age because sometimes all you have to do or all you have is just 5 minutes to to get your next train. And if you have a very heavy laptop, you have a station where you are struggling to run. At the end of the day, everything is just messed up. You go to the hardware money shop, take a look at what we have there. Of course, I'm going to be putting up a lot of offers now that things are beginning to come back to normal. The last time we had major problems with getting RAM sticks, but it is what it is. I'm not going to say that the problem is gone, but somehow we will figure out a way to put these offers up on the hardware money shop and give you guys the possibility to buy something that you want to use for your small business, you want to use for your schooling needs, something that you want to use, for your home office. I'm going to be going live more often, showing you guys these devices. Perhaps it's going to encourage somebody out there to go to the hardware money shop and click on something, and you are definitely, going to be glad you did. These have been sold, just to be upfront with you. But if you are still lucky, you'll be able to find some few pieces still on the hardware money shop where you can actually go ahead and buy them. See, they are not so cheap, like I said, but I will still classify them as budget laptops because they're not going to break your finances, not going to break your budget if you decide to buy one of them. Gone are the days where you have to take all your life savings to buy a laptop, all because you want something versatile, something clean, something that has a very decent processor. This has an Intel Core i5 the 11th generation, and 16 gigabytes of RAM and 206 gigabytes of DDR of NVMe SSD. See, everything is well represented. Of course, not the highest that you can actually get, but if all you are saying is that you need something that's representative, something that will give you very good value for money, something that will last you for a very, very long time, something that has been solidly built, definitely this is something that you want to consider. And if you are really saying that, look, I want something that has a touch function, definitely you want to consider getting one of these. It's not going to disappoint you. I'm not going to lie because I have this stuff right here and I see exactly how beautiful it is. If you have been following the channel, you can pretty much tell that I have actually been, showing you guys, explaining to you why you should buy certain kind of devices. And this particular one right here, I can tell you that this is one of those devices that you do not want to miss out on. They are well built, clean, it's a HP Lightbook X360 1040G8. That name, sometimes before I pronounce it, I really have to, think before I can actually, you know, uh, call the name. I don't know why it had to be so long, but it is what it is. Sometimes these companies, you do not know the reasons why they do certain things. I'm just going to go ahead, restart this one and possibly, restart this so that you can actually see or get a feel of what you are going to be getting. You're not going to get a PC that's going to give you an error message. It's just going to start up like that. And before you know what's going on, you are already on your PC ready to roll. No error message, no stories, no RAM stick. This is not working. That you need to install. That everything has already been installed, and everything is the most up to date condition. The drivers are up to date. The operating system is up to date. Windows 11, everything you pretty much need. Loudspeakers, camera drivers, everything has been installed. So you're not going to get one little complaint from these devices here. And this is what you get. You hear that is one thing that you have to consider, because if the device is sick, you're going to be surprised at what kind of sound it's going to be making. It's going to be making bang, bang, bling. You need to click on something. You need to click OK to continue. Stuff like that. Very, very annoying. And this is what you're going to be getting. Of course, like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of live stream. This is just a test to be sure that everything is working. I'm using my Lenovo ThinkPads T480. Hopefully, the microphone is going to be loud enough. That's what we're going to be seeing when I start to, you know, um, play back this thing and see how, everything goes. Guys, if you are fortunate to be here, please go ahead, click on the live stream. You're looking for a laptop, budget laptop at that, affordable laptop. You want to go to the hardware money shop and see what we have got there. See, be part of this, be part of the new, line of action with this YouTube channel. Making videos sometimes take a lot of effort. People don't talk about it, but the truth is, it takes a lot of effort. And sometimes it is what it is. You have to maximize your time. It's exactly what I'm doing. Luckily, there is the live function on YouTube. One can actually go live, put the camera on, and just tell you guys about it, play with it. And if you feel like this is something that you want to get, there's going to be a link in the description of this video. Go ahead, click on it. It's going to take you to the hardware money shop, and right there, you'll be able to get one of these bad boys here if you are lucky, because competition is right now at an all-time high. People are looking for to get budget laptops, not just budget, and it has to be clean like this. See, it's nowhere to be found. People are having problems. But right now, things are kind of getting kind of so weird. The AI thing is kind of messing things up, but then people are still looking for how they can actually get, budget devices. Hopefully, this is going to be one place where you learn that you can actually get good devices like this, on the hardware money shop, and it will be sent out to you without any hassle. Clean devices, devices that will not make you angry, devices that will not stress you in any way. This is what you get if you decide to, buy one of these beautiful bad boys right here. Let's see you again in the next one. Peace.